Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning to all who are watching us, wherever you're watching us from. First of all, fantastic day it's going to be. I'm always going to be positive regardless. A lot has happened. Yesterday, the peace accord was signed by political
on a very long table.
Party members. Everyone is in our local dialects. Permit me to use the word paraing, that the president did not show up. He sent his representative, who happened to be the Secretary General of the Federation, and
Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation. I beg your pardon. And people are not happy that the president. You're part of the election. You should show up. That story is making the rounds. We'll look at that this morning on Wake Up Conversation. Not just that. Davido scattered the internet yesterday. I mean, kudos. Nice job, Messi.
Ajibade.
Very, very good. Babajide, yeah.
Babajide, yeah. Great job.
Fantastic interview.
Let's ring the bell for Messi and for
Take Three.
Messi, Take Three entertainment team, and the new central team in general. Well done.
What I love about the interview is questions spot on, key questions asked, questions affecting the current situation answered.
And it was an enjoyable interview.
And I must say, Davido is a no-holds-barred, person.
He will give you stuff to talk about.
And a lot.
He's a newsmaker.
A whole lot. And that's exactly what we saw. And I must say that's it. But that's not all. Yesterday as well,
FCT minister.
one man says,
if they have sent me,
if I were there,
based on
who I be, the whole of Osun State, based on actor Tonisha.
J based on Jason Bourne. Mission Impossible.
Based on
based on Tom Cruise.
Am I? Based on Adventures.
So what did the FCT minister do?
No. Okay, it's the FCT minister we're talking about. Oh, I forgot.
Okay, let's get into Wake Up Conversations and share with you how Afrobeats star Davido is stirring debate after stating or claiming that 110 billion naira was spent in the Osun election during an exclusive interview with News Central, while arguing that the outcome showed what can happen when voters stand against violence and vote buying. He says his support for Governor Adeleke proves that when you stand by the people will stand by you, even as he insists that he has no interest in politics and will not apologize to Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo over their recent clash. But with Davido's voice carrying significant weight beyond music, how much influence should celebrities have in shaping Nigeria's political choices? Let's take a look at a clip from the interview and then we'll come back to share our thoughts.
Okay. They spent 110 billion naira.
Wow.
I don't know where I'm coming from. I'm coming from somewhere where we had an insider that was sending us, if you see the cash that these people brought in. Hey, if they had gotten away with that election, Nigeria is finished. Because the blueprint will now be, for election is violence, only way is violence and money.
And money.
We didn't spend a dime on election day. All we could do is just pray that these people take their money and vote for us.
Well, now you peeped into my book, because that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Do you think it was a major collaboration between not just the fact that you tweeted, but yes, the people love the governor, but then we saw videos making rounds where people were saying, they said it in Yoruba, of course, they're saying, oh, we collected their money, but then we voted for them. So do you think it was a major collaboration between the people and, yes, your tweets were going round?
My checkmating INEC, because when the election started, the results were being uploaded every 30 minutes. It's about 3,700 polling units that they upload there. When it got to 3-2, hey, 5 hours, and I already knew what was going on. Let me tell you why Sore is angry. Okay. We have everybody's receipts.
Okay.
During NSA's protest in Abuja that me and my guys, we attended, we were all leading. Sore now came. He now tried to, I just did like this. I beg, no, I don't want to join. Since that day, he has been bitter. With all those his fake handshakes going to court up and down. You see, is that a serious person? He'll be okay.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
So Governor Monday of Edo State, someone has said you should apologize to him for posting his results and calling him D7. What do you have to say about that?
I'm not going to apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just letting people of the state the results their governor has. You understand? You came, you left your state, came to another state to Rigo. First came to Rig, then you come in and then you start talking that my uncle is a dancer, he's not serious. The road to your government house is not done.
So you're not looking at being a politician maybe on the long run? With
this system? Me, they do me my own vexing, my own. See the one, no me they run. See as I they tweet. If now come, I can't even do this with this system. The high blood pressure that, like, how can you wake up in the morning knowing that the people want you, and you can get rigged out? It cannot happen anywhere else in the world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the grace of God really came and saved us.
So say the system is straight in your own time. Do you think you want to be a politician?
No.
Okay, let's.
I'm comfortable in my.
You're comfortable in your
current.
Are you sure? That's your final answer.
My job. Well, why am I famous?
Popular, global.
Music.
Yeah, music.
I defeated 17 governors. With all their power, with all their immunity, with all their ADC, with all their escort commander, with all their DSS, with all their billions. I defeated them with what?
Just the phone.
Just the phone, madam. But to me, it's just like the political scene in Nigeria right now. It's not like there have been celebrities that have become presidents. Even Zelensky from Ukraine. He was an actor now. Actor and comedian. Then he became a president. George Weah of Liberia was a footballer. He became the president. Do you understand? So leadership can come from anywhere for sure. But what I'm saying is that nothing is clear. The process of voting is not clear. Even when you enter, you go see the drag. Let's chop this on. No. Do you understand? Are the people around you even ready to serve? Do you understand? So for now, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I did what I had to do for the Osun people and for my family. You know?
That's a beautiful one.
And like I said, and the next day a lot of people were tweeting me, trying to rage bait me. Oh, make sure you do this for president. You can't come and tell me what to do. You can't force me anyway.
Against one man, and he came out victorious. God is good. To the Osun people that not only voted for us, but stood their ground, defended their votes from the polling units all the way to the local coalition centers, then from there to the main coalition center that stayed up, stood outside, and the love.
Okay, all right. A lot was said in that interview. Go online, YouTube, go to Central and watch the full interview. I like the fact that the entertainment team were also able to chime in and ask the latest questions regarding Wande Cole and so on. But that's not why we're here. We are here because a lot went down. Following that interview, reactions have continued to trail the responses Davido had given, especially looking at the fact that he said well-meaning and notable Nigerians had called him to say, take down those tweets. And he said, no, I'm not going to do so. And then the governors who gathered there in Osun State, I mean, they all had their Ashoibi. They all came in huge numbers. Some came with threats and telling the people of the state we're coming, as if it's their state. This now links to what there you have the picture. I mean, look at the numbers, look at the notable faces. Yet you won't believe that these faces came, they saw, but eventually they were conquered. Mm-hmm. And that's not even the story. The story is the fact that it's an election in another state, a state in Nigeria that does not belong to, that you do not have any affiliation with.
They say
you decided to leave your own
political solidarity, that's what it's called, to support one of their own in the person of Oyebamiji. But
Benga, the bigger story is what former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan put out there on his X. It's a very long read, I must mention, but there are a lot of things that the former president said. He, as a former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is worried that this trend will lead to the involvement of negativity, especially when it comes to Nigeria's democracy. I wish we had his post up. It would have been very good to read some excerpts, especially from that tweet in which he listed a lot. He broke down why everyone would have gathered in one state, why everyone decided to go there for an election, what it means for Nigeria and the future of Nigeria, and the likes. But, I mean, let's leave it to Nigerians to actually dissect. But Davido said what he said, and the point is clear that he wouldn't be going into politics, he said, with this kind of...
So the truth is, even if he says he wouldn't be going into politics, he's already, whether he likes it or not, in some measure involved in politics. This conversation, a lot of people were even getting their updates about Osun elections from Davido's Instagram and Twitter, because he kept tweeting, sharing on his stories. His IG stories have been a place where there's been a lot of fighting happening, but he's held bodies and institutions to account, following it minute by minute, hour by hour. And that tells us, again, going back to what we've always said, that when the people can understand that really the office of the citizen is the highest office of the land, that regardless of what the forces, in power decide that they want to do, all the forces at the top, if the citizens will speak together with one voice, in one accord, see what I did there? If they speak in one accord. At the end of the day, the voice of the people will be the voice of God. So I don't know that we can completely be separated from politics. Regarding the statements that were made, now let's just touch on the fight between him and Sowore. He had given a background to that, but what rekindled it recently was a conversation we had here on Breakfast Central. And the question we asked was, there was a statement that Olajide Esan had made regarding Adeleke and Governor Adeleke. And I remember asking him in what ways you believe Governor Adeleke has squandered the commonwealth of the Osun people. And then Sowore goes on to explain. Of course, it went on X, and after it went on X, Davido replied to Sowore calling him Anredin. I've also seen another video of Sowore. Sowore, of course, responded to him, calling him out, insulting his uncle as well, that is the governor of Osun State. And there's been another video I saw on another platform where he was asked about, Sowore, was asked the question, and he responded to Davido and insulting them. I look forward to the time where our politics will then move beyond personal attacks, where all the parties involved are insulting themselves, but let our work speak for ourselves, or let their work speak for themselves in terms of the things they're doing. Adeleke is showing this is what he has done. If you're calling him out, you're sharing facts and figures of he hasn't done this road, he hasn't done this thing, and then the response would be, oh no, but he did this, he did that, he did this. The 110 billion naira claim is quite a strong one. Mm-hmm. Unverified, because so far the only source we have is Davido. However, it does not take away from the fact that the underlying idea is the idea of vote buying being normalized in our country, and where our elections have gotten to a point where our democracy is such that people feel that once you have sufficient amount of money, you can buy over people's conscience. I'm hoping that we can take that same level of energy from Osun to the 2027 elections, where people refuse to allow their conscience be bought. Anyway, I don't know, Benga, do you have any thoughts before I quickly run to...
No, just to add, you had mentioned that, the president yesterday, in his speech given by his representative at the Peace Accord signing, he did say that going forward, politicians should actually stop weaponizing ethnicity, violence, and so on. And in that statement, he said, 2027 election is not a do or die affair. That's the speech coming from Mr. President, duly represented by, of course, the AGF. However, the point is, if the president says that the elections are not a do or die affair, one would expect that by now, one person, take for instance Senator Fadausi, would actually be facing
Yes.
the law.
Should be made an example of.
To prove that, okay, yes, if you step out of bound, this is what will happen. So the police said we should give them 2 weeks. Today marks...
I think it should be about a week now.
Yeah.
This week will make it 1 week. Next week will make it 2 weeks.
Not really.
What do they
was
need 2 weeks
invited
for?
on
Honestly,
Thursday.
I know I'm not a policeman, but this man said things on camera. It's been verified.
And he also said
that
things
it's
on
authentic.
Saturday.
And said things on Saturday. What do you need 2 weeks?
Because normally if it's a regular individual that made a comment, an insightful comment, in 24 hours,
The statement he made was less than a minute. So what exactly would they be doing in 2
And
weeks?
did you see the
They
one
are
on
buying
Saturday?
time so that Nigerians will move on. That's what's going on.
Well, did you also see the one on Saturday? He was telling his men,
what's
look
your
at
business
what they are
with
doing.
what? I mean, it's a,
And that's
it's a
against the
secret
electoral
ballot.
laws. So someone is vehemently breaking the
What's
electoral
your business with what people? And people have the agency to choose who they want to vote for.
Okay, another thing I want to quickly touch on before we move on. Okpebholo, the argument between him and Okpebholo, I know that he did say that he will visit Okpebholo in another 3 years. And then it sparked up the debate about when many people were asking him to apologize to Okpebholo, the governor of Edo State,
I
and
really
the argument.
don't understand. I apologize for what?
So the question is, like he said, what did
It's
he do?
public knowledge.
You know, did he release something that was a material that was used for blackmail? That's one. Two, we also as a society need to get to a point where we can hold people to account regardless of age. You know, yes, there is a place for respect, but there's also the place of accountability. We must learn that we should be able to hold people to account, because what has kept us in bondage for the longest time is the fact that if you speak up, when we're younger, we're taught not to be able to look at adults in the face. You can't look at them in the eye. Adults are always right. But we're learning now that adults are not always right. And it's okay for you to take accountability. We shouldn't take that attitude into politics. I saw the mayor of New York, where, you know, he was riding his bike and people were criticizing him that he didn't wear a helmet. He did a follow-up video and said, yeah, you're right, I should do better. And he got a helmet. So politicians need to be able to take accountability. And it is the role of citizens to hold them to account.
And Davido didn't just make that statement in a vacuum. There was a backstory to it. If he had to defend his uncle.
Fighting.
No, he had to defend his uncle. If the governor of Okpebholo did not come and make statements like before he boards a plane, you know, it was exaggerated. And I think it's very pedestrian. Like I said then, his dancing doesn't take anything away from governance. It's part of his eccentricities. And it doesn't stop him from doing his work. So
have you forgotten that
let's learn to respect each other. And even Okpebholo himself, I saw him dancing, and I must say that Governor Adeleke is a better dancer.
I think Governor Adeleke is the best dancer that we have so far, with the evidence that we have on ground.
Governor dancing, he was doing something.
That was Governor
What was the meaning
Adeleke's
of
own.
that?
Governor
I can't
Adeleke's
dance it. It's called Aisho Jackson for a
The
reason.
Jackson. I was about to say that the Jackson in his name is there for a reason. But let's quickly take a few comments on YouTube. We're streaming live, News Central TV Live. I'll take comments from YouTube and see what Nigerians are saying. Moke Chukwemeka says, what's Davido apologizing for? Tinubu said 2027 election is not a do or die affair. And he replies, that's MTCHEEEEEW. Michael Zu said, Davido said that he will visit Edo during the Governor Okpebholo's re-election bid. Why are you guys not talking about? We've talked about this now. He said the indigents of states like Edo, Kogi, Imo should ask whether these governors spend their personal money to go to Osun or state funds. The only way to stop this is to impeach such governors. Haruna Ademo says, OBO should serve as eyes of the international community coming general election.
Please, what's
Johansson, God bless you for the job well done.
International
I don't know. Frank Obute says, New Central Luna for allowed the part where Davido say Ingo visited Edo State Governor during his re-election bid. We said that. Lilian Onoha says, I've been trying hard not to allow my busy schedule to stop me from following you. Thank you. You find it difficult to read my mails. Which mails have you been sending to us? We don't know.
Comments.
Our comments.
We
try as much to read as much as we can. We apologize. It's not personal. Osa says, this is just a reminder to the governors who decamped to APC. because of the federal support. Osun may happen to you. Wike can't talk away the loss of the APC in Osun. APC couldn't win Osun, and they think they can win the presidency. Make them they play. And Arthur Rich says, Davido confirmed Dangote called him to delete the tweet he made. Many of Nigeria's elite have consistently defended the old order and entrenched interests, often at the expense of ordinary Nigerians. These are some of the comments that we can take now. Do we have some on X? And then if we have time, we'll take more on YouTube.
Yeah, let's go next and see what Nigerians are saying or what they said reacting to the Davido interview with News Central. Very quickly, this one says, real
Obasi says, see him talking about his uncle, like his uncle didn't plan to join APC and it didn't work. Like his uncle is turning the state around and doing things beyond the expectation of Nigeria. If his uncle is Alex Oti, I feel just lock up. Yeah. I don't understand this one. Anyway.
It says, I mean, you understand.
I get it. It says, Una don already spend money before the election. So spending money on the election day wouldn't have made any sense. Even the president pointed out that EFCC told him that the reason they approached the court to allow them freeze a particular Osun State account because of the movement of funds. Declare victory for Adeleke, but I don't believe you guys never spent any money. That is what GCK says. Now, in the next tweet, Davido stood on business. A public official's WAEC result isn't private property. If the people of Edo deserve to know who's governing them, then the people have a right to see the receipts. No apology needed, Jabris says. The next tweet says, let's take another tweet.
And there's a lesson there for students. Please face your studies and do well.
So that they will not use your WAEC results to abuse you in future.
With your WAEC results.
He said, Davido called Akpabio, Dangote called, Akpabio called, all these men called an ordinary musician just because he wrote something on X. How much more your pastors and reverends? Anyone who told you that the clergymen should focus on the pulpit is your enemy. Anyone who tells you that your GOs can't change the predicament of this country is a liar and an enemy. Influence is the difference, and Davido just proved that. That's from Chucky.
But at the end of the day, the overriding interest, but let's finish this first.
Big T says, Davido needs to take a chill pill. His uncle has won. Take the win. With this church or show now, they can use it to strategize for the next election.
In 4 years' time.
No, he's talking of 2027 elections.
2027.
Well, these are...
At the end of the day, when all is said and done, I mean, it's overriding interest and motivation is because it's personal to him, his family. So at the end of the day, ordinary Nigerians need to understand that this is a class warfare. So they need to read between the lines and, you know, get the means of production back to the people. It's the people that should matter at the end of the day, not picking sides.
So let's now conclude and share what the lessons are from that. Because of what you said.
Yes.
The lessons from that to be one. You said Davido took it personal because it's his uncle and it's personal to him. Nigerians need to take 2027 elections personal because it is personal to
the decisions they will make will affect your life.
Exactly.
Life-changing decisions.
Secondly, don't underestimate the impact of influence. Whatever community you can influence, it can be your family, your church, your social media. You have 5,000 followers, 100 followers. Don't underestimate the importance of social media and the impact of influence. And three, the office of the citizen is indeed the highest office of the land. Joe?
Just to mention that the FCT minister said if he were there, the results would have gone APC.
Yeah. You know why?
I just want to mention...
What could he have done?
Because you people underestimate him. He's the liquid metal. He's the Indabos keeper host here. You know, he's a war. He's a fight.
Do you mean legally he could have done a better job than what those governors did?
I don't know.
Because unless he's talking about something else. I don't know what... He's one person.
He should come and explain to us. He also do a media chat.
He can't vote in Osun State, so I don't understand.
So that's the point I want to highlight. You cannot vote in another state. That's one. Two, you said if you were there, that if the president wanted to win, he would have invited you.
So you think the president didn't want to win?
I'm sorry to say, but I stand to be corrected. That's like playing God.
Yes.
Because there is a system. And that system, what we saw on Saturday, INEC tried. That's why everybody commended INEC. They tried to follow the best way possible.
And the people of Osun State, too, were vigilant.
The people are the most important. The people, the number one, said no. So what would you have done differently to change? I mean, there were responses from Chief Dele Momodu who said, well, take note, the Osun State governor is not the governor of Rivers State.
And you know, the FCT minister also made a similar statement during the state of emergency period. He said, me, I'm not Fubara, that if it was when he was governor and they declared state of emergency, something, I'm just paraphrasing here, that it would not have happened under his watch. So, well,
the moral of the story, you people have already hit the nail on the head.
The point is, you have 15 governors, 15 or more, like we heard, that there were more governors.
You have federal might.
They sold Ashoebi. They held a parade.
276-man campaign
council. There was
council.
a committee
of over 200 and something, just for one state, and yet they still lost. It just meant just one person said, I was not there.
As Thanos.
Wow.
Just do his finger like this, and then everything will turn around. It goes back to what he said. Remember when he said that any governor that tries to upturn the structure in Rivers State will set fire to their state. So it tells you that he probably believes he has influence in many states. But that is really how the average politician typically thinks, that they have so much more power.
Anyway, I would rather he face the serious issues of flooding, unprecedented flooding in Abuja, because residents are saying, you know, the floods this year is nothing like they've seen before.
But there's the argument.
They're also sand-filling floodplains and green areas. They're demolishing structures just for estates. You know, the livability of a city.
I've had different feedback from people living in Abuja.
Buildings and setting up buildings. You need parks. You need green areas. You need water catchment areas.
Benga, I've had a different feedback, if we're being honest. Some of the people I have heard from in Abuja have spoken highly to the fact, they call him Mr. Project really in Abuja, that he's done a lot of projects. But maybe we should open it
away from the floods that are happening.
But let's open it to the audience. To our viewers in Abuja, if you're watching live from Abuja, please tell us what your thoughts are regarding the performance of the FCT minister. We are not in Abuja. Yes, we do have our studio in Abuja, but let us know what your experience is. Are you pleased with how he's performed so far? The floor is open. And also, you can keep sharing your thoughts about Davido's speech. If you'd like to watch it, it's a very interesting interview. It's less than an hour. You can head to our New Central TV channel. It's written there, APC collected, APC, the title of it is APC spent 110 billion naira on Osun election, and I won't apologize to Okwewulu. You can search for that to easily locate the interview.
That's one story. Just to mention as well that the FCT minister yesterday embarked on a clear path to demolish any building that's blocking the drainage system and so on. So, I mean, he swung into action yesterday. But pretty much that's all we're going to take on Wake Up Conversations this morning. A lot to look into. I want to thank you, our esteemed viewers. Don't forget, we're streaming live on YouTube. You can also watch us on all platforms. What are we talking about today? Well, if you're part of those who are wondering, why did they say, I can see smoke, fire, the refinery is working. Yes, you know.
The journalist who cried wolf.
So why are these refineries that were initially working before not working again? And is there really hope? Or are we just pouring water into a basket?
I have a lot to ask.
And to fact check, you need to see more than smoke. It takes more than smoke. From a journalistic perspective, going forward now, all of you have to enter inside the refinery.
No, it's not me that we enter, it's you that we enter.
To be sure whether it's crude oil or vegetable
because
oil.
My mouth is the...
Or vegetable oil.
Because my mouth is the litmus test.
They didn't say the type of oil they are refining. You are a litmus test.
Okay.
That's the standard they've set.
No. The journalists were acting in their right. Maybe that one day they had evidence that it was working, and then the next day it stopped.